Good day, everybody, and welcome to another cast of War of the Ring. This time is something a little abnormal. One of these days, we're going to do some normal stuff around here. Yesterday, the Lords of Middle-earth online tournament, world tournament for the year was announced. Fellow caster and all-around fun guy, Biz, is going to be running it this year. So as a celebration of that, I'm pulling up a game here to cast for you. This is a Lords game I played last year against Lego Quill. I don't remember a lot about it. I just did a quick scan through the game to make sure it was worth casting. Sometimes my notes, I put all replays in a folder if they're worth casting, and so I was just making sure my notes were accurate. Because what we have here is a friendly game, Lords with cities. So I'm trying something out. I've made a little special modification to my Java. So you can see South Rune is a shadow city, and Eridluin is a free people's city. This is not house rule. I mean, it's kind of half house rule. It's kind of taken from Fates of Erebor, the official variant, so to speak. But you can just play with it normally. It's kind of fun. Makes the Northwest Eriador a little bit more worthwhile for Shadow. So I think it's a fun little mode. But I don't remember a whole lot about this game, so let's dive into it. Good luck, have fun. And Free People announced no companions out. So it's a Lord's game with no companions. No Council of Elrond. I guess we'll cover opening cards. I began with On They Went and Shadows Gather. So On They Went is really only good this early if I can get the Witch King, not Black Captain, the other one, the Chief of the Ring Wraiths. He begins with Spirit of Mordor / Scouts. So Scouts is always good, and Gwai here could have some specialized uses. Let's see what we do. I allocate one, roll one more with lots of musters. So that's good. And Gandalf betrays the Fellowship immediately. What a roll. 3 musters. But hey, I guess rewarded for no companions out. No chief. Yep. That makes sense. I ask him politely to ring move, get caught and revealed. He chooses to not do so against 3 eyes. Elves go down. So Saruman comes into play. Elves go down. I think about life a lot, apparently. Jeez. And I move towards Lorien. In a Lord's game with the elves already mostly to war? That's a bit much. Elves go all the way to war. I could just get the action of the Black Captain. Okay. Well, if he's going to put the elves all the way to the war, maybe I don't care so much about getting the Balrog. So I just go ahead and do that. Okay, that's kind of fun. I like that. And he just gets Lady Gladriel. Just bam. Here we are. And the Fellowship didn't move, so that'll give a Lord's die. That's kind of fun. That's kind of funky. I like that. Yeah. I choose not to play On They Went and instead to draw a strategy card. I guess. Sure. I get monsters roused. Whatever. He gets Safe Paths in the Dark, which is one of the Lord's cards. So heal 1 corruption point and discard We Shall Get It or We Won't Go Back. So that can be quite useful sometimes. I'd forgotten the bottom half of that is another copy of It Is a Gift. That bottom half is so trash. And then he gets Imrahil. That's a good card to get this early. What do I get? I get Ring is Mine and Many Kings. So 2 red tiles in the first 2 draws. There we go. So Gandalf's die takes a back seat. We draw up. Fellowship good. 1 eye allocated. 1 more rolled. The Balrog is going to keep participating in this game. Galadriel rolls possibly the only dice she will ever roll if he moves, gets caught, kills Gandalf, and brings him back. Yep, you need to move the Fellowship to get the Gandhi die, so... which is definitely what it's officially called and not the Narya die. But again, 3 musters for free, which is really good for them. If they'd been stuck with just like 1 will, it's entirely possible Galadriel would just keel over without putting up a fight. So he goes ahead and puts an elite. I have a bunch of Palantirs. Sure, I'll play many kings. Put 4 in the east and 2 in the south. This is the fairly efficient way of doing it. Yeah, I like this. Going due line still makes sense somewhere, someday. Yeah, I like that. And I have 3 Palantirs. I'm probably going to play the 2 red tiles. Kind of hoping for a Witch King. I stack everybody, and yep, the Balrog cannot leave Moria. He is not active yet. Put Sauron to war, sure. Galadriel can muster while under siege, so there's no need to muster before I attack Lorien. He moves, is missed. I say Fui because I want to get the chief, but I've already spent my muster, so apparently I didn't actually ever have a chance at that. Go ahead and play a red tile. He draws a strategy card with that will. Interesting. You're going to overdraw. I guess safe paths in the dark isn't super useful. I use the Balrog die to move Gorgoroth to Minas Morgul. Interesting. Not quite sure what I'm going for there. He plays Imrahil. I play the other red tile. And another Ent to Lorien. Or not Ent. That would be fun. Elite. Yeah, you have the muster. You don't have a better use for it, really. You could muster Gondor once, but you don't want to have to be missing it next round. It's a little bit heavy-handed with the Elven Force Pool. I mean, the Elven Force Pool is now 2 elites and 2 regulars, and that's it, and Elrond. Little tricksy. And I move out to North Ithilien. So maybe I get a cheap Minas Tirith. Boy, I'm kind of setting myself up for some pain, though. With the elves at war this early, am I really planning to just force down Lorien despite all the mustering? Interesting. We'll see what happens. He gets there and back again in Dane. He played Imrahil, so he wasn't going to overdraw. Those are great cards. Dew Line can be better defended with Thranduil's and Dane, or there and back again. Yeah, got a Scouts. That's a great hand. I draw Breaking and Madness and Horror, another Lord's card. So if Sauron's at war, choose a free people adjacent to a Shadow Stronghold and get a discount, a Temu version of Dreadful Spells, basically. And possibly some mustering. So that's kind of nice. Swarm of Bats. Fellowship is good. Chooses to not declare out of Rivendell. Surprise. 1 I allocated. 4 more rolled. And no musters. So even if he moves and gets caught, I don't get to have the chief. Unfortunately for him, that's a pretty anemic roll. No eyes from either of the keepers, so that's nice for him. I assume he keeps the Palantir here. He does. Yeah. Gandalf the White this turn, right? Move the Fellowship. Gets hit for a 1. Ooh. You have a fully healed Fellowship. Shadow's going to be slow on the military here. Probably good to just take Gandalf and just call it a day. But you have a second move. I mean, 5 dice for 5s. It's like, what, a 80% chance, something like that? Chooses to kill Gandalf. Put Strider as guide. And I don't have... Yeah. I play Monsters Roused. Sure. Fear me, O ye Rivendell. Gandalf the White comes in to Fangorn. Yep. What am I doing here? Let's have some fun. This was a friendly game, just to reiterate, but and someone was on the Discord asking recently what this difference between ladder games and friendly games are. I expect we're about to find out. I think about it. Nope. I just move. He's like, oh, you have ring wraiths. I don't have ring wraiths. He moves again, is hit for an eye, a 1 reveal. Well, gonna use the Galadriel ring to kill the eye right now. Yeah, sure, why not? That's great. I Shadows Gather. I see. All right. Yeah. I leave a guy behind. I'm gonna bother bringing in I'm not gonna bring the Ettenmoors guys. I guess I'm worried about Lorien capturing Moria. I should be. This is a very dangerous move. I see. We forgot the when Galadriel kills the die, the hunt draw, you redraw. So, sick. All right. Yeah. I play Lords rarely enough that I went and double checked just to make sure we didn't make the mistake there. But you do indeed, when you cancel a hunt draw, an eye, a regular eye, not a red eye, with Galadriel, you do redraw, and it was a 0 reveal. So no rerolls on the Fellowship for me. He chooses to not declare under the Balrog, which makes a ton of sense. Under the Balrog in Moria is just a giant recipe for absolute sadness. Then I move. Then he flips the Fellowship with Strider. Okay, sure. I attack Rivendell. Sure. A 5/3/1. I can fly in some extra leadership. Should absolutely be able to take a 0/2. He Thranduils. Oh, he's looking for just the strategy card draw. Just cycle. Gets another Scouts. It's kind of an inconvenient Scouts for him. All these cards, none help in Rivendell. I guess you could muster Elrond and then Daring Defiance. And even the It Is a Gift Safe Paths in the Dark doesn't help because he was caught out. The one of the few games where this would matter. Oh, jeez. Let's see what he draws. Okay. Mighty Attack and Eomer. Not going to help you, man. Could think about what he's going to discard, but I think we're going to be here for a little bit. So he kills Horn and something else. Gwaihir. Interesting. I get King is revealed and Lore of the Elven Rings. Another Lord's card, so play on the table. If the Keeper die rolls an eye, I get to make one of my dice wild. Yep, that's not a thing I'm going to be playing. Or Fear of the Masters, which is much more helpful if a shadow minion is in play or in battle. Forfeit the leadership to add 2 to your combat roll. However, the opponent's 6 is hit double. So you hit, quote unquote, 3 times as often. They hit twice as often. It's not some swag, pretty good swag math going on there, but more like time and a half. The Gandalf die goes away because Gandalf is dead. Well, he's resurrected instantaneously, but 1 eye allocated. 3 more rolled. The Balrog has decided that He's going to go searching for the Fellowship. 1 billion moves for the Fellowship. Against 4 eyes isn't great. And Galadriel, I mean Celeborn, or whoever this leader is, since Celeborn's the card. Maybe this is Haldir from the movies, right? Could go take Lorien or Moria, quite possibly. Killing the Balrog would be kind of fun. Could go take Dol Guldur. Pretty scary roll. Chooses to move. Gets hit for an eye. Jeez. Okay, well, you just take the onesie twosies. You got all the moves in the world. Just take them, hide, take them, hide. I do have a muster, so I do get to get the chief, so that's fun. Flips. Man, I always forget which things you can do with the Lord's dice or the Keeper dice and not. Apparently, you can use it to hide. Wow. I apparently haven't learned. I didn't remember then. Keeper die is considered free people action dice. Excellent. And I absolutely trust Lego Quill on this. This guy knows his stuff. I choose to use the Galadriel ring. It is an interesting thing about the Lord's games that the free people have the 3 rings for the Elven Kings card that can regain the Elven rings for them. So Shadow is incentivized to use them or lose them kind of thing, instead of just sitting on them all game, which is kind of fun, kind of good. I choose to not use it. After all that explanation, I choose not to. I do move back from Dimrildale into Moria. Moria with any meaningful amount of reinforcements. And the Balrog. The Balrog is 2 extra combat dice and 3 leadership. So if Galadriel tries to take, which again, Galadriel can't leave Lorien, but if Lorien tries to take Moria, I'll get to muster one more time, either in a regular or an elite. Like regular in Dol Guldur, regular in Moria. And then I'd be rolling 5 dice with 3 rerolls. That's going to be a pretty big price. And now this Dead Marshes army is going north, so I can cover Dol Guldur. I think this is a fair prevention of a Free People's military victory from just Lorien / Woodland Realm. But it's costing me a lot of time, including in this cast. Fellowship moves again, is hit. Good job, Chief. Excuse me. And it's a Smeagol tile. Great timing for Smeagol. Wow, and does he still has safe paths in the dark, so when Smeagol dies, he can clear the penalty card. That's actually really great. And you have moves that you want to spend on the Fellowship. That's a really good draw for him. Southrons go to Near Harad, and the Moria army is now up to Western Brownlands, so I think I've pretty well turned off the Free People's military victory attempt. They could still get Moria, but with just the elves at war and no one else even active, I think they're really struggle to get anything done there. I undo. Okay, instead of moving the Southrons, I move the Easterlings. Sure, that makes sense. The Elven force pool is pretty well tapped. Maybe I can get Woodland Realm under siege. Turn off that threat and finish up the dew line. Maybe some of this Dol Guldur army goes Moria / Dol Guldur army. Mordor / Dol Guldur army goes north. Speaking, I has it. Fellowship moves a 3rd time against 4 eyes with a chief reroll. Oh, look, they're hit. Is it going to be an eye? It's a 3. Well, absolutely Smeagol going to be dead. We Shall Get It comes into play. I consolidate the Easterling army in Vale of Carnan. Move again, I dare you. Yeah, don't want to end the game too fast. He plays there and back again. Just out of curiosity, is safe paths? Yeah, but he doesn't have to play safe paths right now. There's benefit to playing there and back again now. And Gimli jumps all the way over to Erebor due to the Balrog and the effect of the card. The dwarves are now active and one step from war. That's pretty good, especially if he spends his last dice putting the dwarves to war. Then he can muster before I even get there with the Easterlings. The dwarves can muster up a giant pill of annoyingness. The to-do line is going to be really a tough time. Oh, and the Southrons aren't even at war. Yeah, that's I'm about to lose. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm about to lose my Balrog die because I have the chief. I'm debating getting Gothmog for his die. Yeah, I couldn't even put the Southrons to war anyway. So I choose to get Gothmog. Okay. And he plays Danes. It hurts. I'm in trouble. I'm in Trouble Town. All right. He gets Bilbo's song. Ugh. And Fearfire Foes. Fearfire Foes is not going to do much. It's going to be a shield wall. I get Cruel Weather, though. So that's an important draw. Fellowship is good. I ask confirming no declare. Yeah, because if he declares, the Witch King would just keep along with him. So no need. Might as well just keep the stocked movement. Could he crown? If he moves one more time, Aragorn could crown from here. Could get all the way to Minas Tirith from here. You're what? 1, 2, 3, 4 steps from Mordor at negative a billion corruption. You can even clear We Shall Get It and heal off that one corruption. Might be a game for crowning. 1 eye allocated. 3 more rolled. I'm so hot on eyes. Let's go. You won't be able to see it. Let's go check the statistics, though. I am +5 on eyes. 11 of my 35 dice have been eyes. Thankfully, Galadriel betrays the Fellowship and adds a 5th die. And 4 movement for the Fellowship. He's got all the moves in the world. Yeah, he goes and moves against 5 eyes and is missed. No 6s on 6 dice. We were looking at this recently. I think it's something like a 2/3 chance to hit. It's actually not as high as you would think. I'd have to look back at it. I think it's a 60% chance to hit with 5 eyes, but I had a reroll, so it was a bit higher than that. But I get my musters, so Southrons and Easterlings can go to war. I'm going to need them doing stuff. If nothing else, I need them to sit on Erebor just so it doesn't go anywhere. He moves again. Is safe movement allowed? Apparently not. He gets hit. A 2 reveal. Random. 4 of the 5 results are good for him. And it's Strider. Oh, no. Wait, what are we doing? Why are we drawing an extra? Yeah, okay. That's funny. And then I play Breaking. Interesting. Well, the hunt pool has almost no eyes left. I want this pool to be smaller. And if I get a 3, it's effectively 4. Because he has to take a captain, even if he takes the 2 hobbits. Corruption could be a thing. Maybe. You don't draw. Yeah, there you go. A 2. So get a non-reveal out of the hunt pool. For full effect. That's great. He chooses to take Legolas and Pippin. So he chooses it to be more damage than it had to be. But the benefit is he gets to have a captain, a hobbit out, and a captain, a hobbit in leading the fellowship. So that they can be taken pretty efficiently for corruption. That's pretty nice. And you're getting closer to Bilbo's song. Honestly, this isn't really that bad for you. Breaking is always a card that people talk about. Is it even good for Shadow? Might not have even been good here. Although, yeah, it did its thing. You get a non-reveal out, which is not nothing. The one stupid, nitpickiest of nits. You've already discarded Horn of Gondor, so you should leave Legolas as the guide and captain. The elves are already at war, so Boromir, so Legolas as the guide is strictly better in case you draw axe and bow. This has been your nitpickiest of nits. He hides, of course he does. Easterlings go to war. Gimli uses his ability to put the dwarves to war. Gothmog uses his ability to Farharad, Denirharad, and Morannon north. I guess I'm just prepping to go put rerolls on the Fellowship. Thankfully, Gondor isn't at war yet, so I don't have to worry about Mordor very much. I use the voice of Saruman. And he musters Elrond. Yeah. I haven't taken my many opportunities to attack Rivendell. You're about to lose the Gladriel die, so you might as well get the Elrond die, the Vilya, mightiest of the three. Yeah, sure. Put the leadership in Rivendell from 1 to 5. I attack Rivendell pretty belatedly. Got anything good here? Honestly, a relentless. Just use it. Use the king as revealed. Hey, I agree with past self. Just take 2 hits. Let's get this done. There's 2. Yeah, only 2 hits. 1 hit back from him. Yeah, press. Press no card. Ugh. I guess I'm keeping rage in case I need to reinforce. Honestly, though, with monsters roused and rage, I can put another 6 regulars in South Downs for a couple half moves, whatever's left after taking Rivendell. We can go to the west. Even the dwarf force pool doesn't have much left. The elves don't have much left. The north isn't at war. Maybe we get a sneaky 2 points, Ered Luin and Shire, before the Bree army goes anywhere that means anything. Maybe we could do something there. No card. I get nothing. He gets his 1 hit. Do I press? I stop. Okay. Ugh. Not my favorite. Ooh, he gets a sudden strike. That'll be really good in Rivendell. And his 3rd scouts. Not super helpful for him. I get Grond and Threats and Promises. Neither of is going to really matter for me. Gets rid of Grimborn scouts and Éomer. It sucks, but yeah. I'm a little surprised he didn't shield wall there. Maybe he just assumed he would die. Where are you saving the shield wall for? And you were gonna overdraw. You just didn't want to use your elven regulars because you have no casualties. That was literally the first Free People's casualty, other than Strider and Gandalf, and sort of Smeagol. That was literally turn 6. The first casualty was taken. All right, 2 eyes allocated. I suppose I'm playing a corruption game at this point. 1 more rolled. all the moves. I mean, all the moves. 3 moves and two Palantirs. I'm not sure those are going to really help him. He does move before I can get rerolls on him, and is safe. I take the opportunity to stack leadership in Rivendell and the witch and the chief on the Fellowship. Sure. Probably should have moved Gothmog somewhere, but meh. Could have moved him to his Gileath. Fellowship moves, is hit for a 2. Boromir will obviously... Oh, it's alternate Boromir. Oh, well, I ignore my nitpick from earlier. Isn't that one space too many? Doesn't he only have 1 movement? Hold, please. Yep, only 1 movement. So he should only be able to get to North Ithilien. Oh well, we missed it. It was a friendly game. Then he uses Vilya to keep the die. I have to. Yep, I have to do Cruel Weather because in case they move and get revealed, I want to get the usefulness out of it. Unfortunately, it does move them out from underneath the Witch King. Fearfire Foes is played for effect? Where? Oh, it's just played as a move. Well, now Boromir should be in Osgiliath, but it's still okay. I like that. That's really cool. I attack Dale. Yeah. Let's see if we can snipe a hobbit. He scouts. So now Woodland Realm is buff, and I'd put the North to war if I attacked. He did spend the Spirit of Mordor. Did he instead of Red Arrow? Interesting. I guess Gondor should be at... Gondor should not... Actually, if the Hobbit was actually legally in Minas Tirith, he should have activated Gondor, even if Boromir didn't. The dwarves make an elite in Erebor. I am so much trouble. I defend Dol Guldur and move north. I need to get at least own Osgiliath to prevent Gondor from going places, because I could still lose Moria to Lorien. Man, am I going to have trouble with a military victory, though, here. He plays Safe Paths in the Dark, just heal off that 1 corruption. So you're 1 step from Mordor at Gollum, 0 corruption. That's pretty good. Indeed, Shed. Yeah. I play Black Captain Commands. I draw Black Captain Commands. Man, the interface is hard to see. Let's see if he gets in. He moves against 3 dice. Hit for an eye. Jeez. 1 reveal. I drew every single eye before Mordor. Hello, Hobbit friends. And then I switch watch to the other, to the Black Captain. I have Black Captain Commands. They're about to get into Mordor. I'm not going to need the redraws anymore. Activating Gondor doesn't really matter. Activating Rohan doesn't matter. He flips the Fellowship. I spend an Elven Ring. Yeah, I need to get using those things. Move a bunch of Nazgul over to Rivendell. Oh, yeah, let's just get that done. And that makes sense. Yep. Play a character card. I'm going to want to cycle character cards. Ooh, a Dread and Despair. I kind of like that. Just for the cycle. I wonder if I should have done Fear Their Masters. Honestly, I should have done the Swarm of Bats, even though it's not a character cycle. But Sudden Strike. Sudden Strike gets 1. That's not bad. Forfeit 4. I don't know why sorry. Okay. Never mind. Oh, yeah. There's no point in forfeiting. Dread and Despair does nothing. He only has one. Well, I get my hits, so that's good. All right. That was stupid. I guess I just desperately wanted the cycle. I get candles, which abstractly could do something. We didn't update the score. Okay, we do update the score. I have 3 points. Ladies and gentlemen, it's turn 7. I have 3 points. Ah, yeah. I get Lure and a Deadly Strife, so those are good. Probably throw Threats and Promises. That looks pretty useless. He gets You Know the Way There, which will be less helpful, and Killmorn, which could matter. Daylight's probably what he wants there. I throw Threats and Promises. 2 eyes allocated. Yep, it's a corruption game. For me, a corruption game, and don't lose a military game. I put 2 eyes in. I can't because Golem's the guy. So I choose to put 1. And I roll no more on infinity action dice. He rolls enough to get in, so that's good for him. And musters, which is what he wants anyway. He'd probably want hybrids, but musters are good. It makes an elite in Woodland Realm. I suppose that's the last Elven elite. I think I would have gone with a regular. Put the other regular in Grey Havens. Save that elite for something. What am I going to do? Take Woodland Realm with the dwarves at war behind me with just 1 stack? I mean, I have the Dol stack, but yeah. I play candles. I get 1 hit. All right. That's not bad. He puts the Norse to war. Why is he putting the Norse to war? Oh, because they were moved down through there and back again. So when I took Dale, they went all the way to war. Glad we found that. I draw a character card. I'm all in on the corruption game. He passes Osgiliath. I need to keep Gondor from going anywhere. I didn't kill him, so Boromir would have been in Minas Tirith at this point anyway. So no harm, no foul. I put Minas Tirith under siege. Yeah, as much as you'd like to take a field battle there, it's probably very much not worth it. I then ring wraiths, so yeah, okay. Just zoop, all the Nazgul are down there. I have spent both my Palantir move and attack cards. Theoretically, Shadows Moving and Shadows Lengthen are still out there, I guess, which are not attacks, but I'm just cycling. This is surely am I Fear Their Mastering? I am. He has a Hobbit in battle, so he's going to try and stab the Witch King. Uh-oh. I get 3 hits, and he hits 3 and he stabs the Witch King. He does 9 damage plus the Witch King. What is this? It should be 8 damage because Blade of Westerness uses the hit that would normally hit a army to hit a minion. Ow. And the Fear of Their Masters. Yeah, it's combat roll or leader reroll. Jeez. Ow. Yeah. So I take 1 too many, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. And the Witch King. Jeez, I don't even get to cycle. Fellowship moves. Honestly, I'd sortie. You got a hybrid. Kill those Nazgul. Take away my rerolls. You have 4 dice and 3 rerolls. Plus some card. Do you have any cards at all? You have a Daylight wouldn't do anything. All you need is 2 hits on 7 dice for 5s. Little chancy. Nazgul doesn't do his job. Bad, Brian. Bad. Oh, that's true. Because the Witch King died. I get to keep Gothmog. That's fun. Make an elite. Big brain, yeah. Yeah. Plays Red Arrow. See, you got a sortie, man. Wait till you draw my red tiles. Yeah. Another elite in Minas Morgul. The regular from Era Lewin goes into Grey Havens and Edoras to West Imnet. I guess just where is Shadow going to get their points? Helm's Deep's about the only one that even sort of looks reasonable right now. Although Eriador still looks, but the North's at war. I don't know, man. I do have Rage. Yep, this is looking sad, make sad bear times for Shadow. Yeah, that's not how that works. Okay. A 5/2/2 is coming for Gondor. Man, imagine if you'd sortied and were mustering with your completely untouched Gondor force pool. Whatever. He draws a character card. Gets an end. Gets the best end. Sure, just looking for blue tiles. Looking for There's Another Way, Mithril Coat. All of those would be really good. The hunt pool's not small, but it's not big. And there's about to be 2 red tiles. So that could, yeah, I think that's fine. I also draw a card, and I Captain of Despair. And another Servant of the Shadow. Okay. 4th comment roll, forfeit a leadership of a minion. Oh, yeah, it's like a brave stand for Shadow. He gets power to great. That could have some implications. Probably just give me a no quarter and Mirror of Galadriel. Going to turn 8. I should definitely make sure I lose. I get Balrog as come, which could be kind of interesting, and mustering is a long planned war, which maybe I need all of a sudden. Probably just going to throw Captain Despair. I throw Balrog. Sure, whatever. All good. Yes, Fellowship is good, but the Shadow player does indeed need to lose a die. Good memory. 1 I allocated. 2 more rolled. Musters to get the mouth, so that's good. Great roll for free. So it's the quote unquote like on track for free people. They're at 2 corruption, hitting the mountain with Gollum. There are a fair amount of reveals, but oh wait, no, most of those don't matter with Gollum. So I mean, obviously, if he just draws these 5 tiles, the 3, 1, 0, and 2, he just dunks with ease. Even these 3s aren't too bad. He's got all the time in the world, and as long as he doesn't get hit by eyes for like a ton of damage, or these reds like too much, he's got a really good shot at a dunk here. So just cycle for character cards and go for the dunk. Uses a will just in case I have Day Without Dawn, and it's an eye. So a 3 no move reveal eye. Galadriel can't help in addition to having already spent her ability. Did we? Good. We did remove her die, not put it in the used. So good. Her the eye she canceled. That's pretty big for me. All right. And then I play Lure. Yep. So we went from 2 corruption to 6 corruption and revealed in 1 round. That was pretty good for me. I would consider hiding with the character die there and using the will to draw a character card. But whatever. Gothmog comes to save the day. Ents are played. I'm not keen on that, but it's just to cycle the card. If you got a bunch of hits, that'd be great. I don't know. I'd probably just save Horndark, honestly, for combat. The 1 hit it does here is worse than, maybe it does 2, is worse than the not 2 hits I do later. But he gets to play Bilbo's song, so that's good. I get the mouth before I forget in Dol Guldur. That makes sense. Stack up on Minas Tirith. Man, it really would have made sense to... I don't know, whatever. It was too late by the time I was in Osgiliath. I move out from Rivendell towards Eriador. There's 2 to 4 points, depending on how you want to count, pretty available there. I have Rage. So for 2 dice, I can have a 9/0/0, a 10/0/0 in South Downs. That's pretty good. I could go take some points. Elite to Dol Amroth. I mean, I suppose I'd be putting guys in the Shire and Bree. Or the Shire and Dol Amroth. You're not really scared of Corsairs right now. I use Gothmog to draw a card. I get Palantir of Orthanc. That could be good for cycling, but I can't play it right now. I mean, I could if I use Galadriel. Moves with the character die to Fords. Yeah, imagine if that was a will and you were drawing a character card. Feel a lot better about that, I would imagine. I do use the Galadriel to play Palantir. Okay. Yeah, I want cycling out of my Palantirs for corruption options and red tiles and such. And I want him to spend wills on removing that, or even his last ring. That'd be great. He gets Athelas, and Every Little is a Gain. I love Every Little is a Gain as a concept. I even so it's 1 Gondor regular and Pelargir, Lossarnaka, and Lamadon. I love even more Men of Little Villages from the King's expansion, which is 1 regular in 4 different settlements, 4 different nations worth of settlements. So you get like an elf, a dwarf, Men of the North, and a Gondorian. I think it's a very fun card. I don't know how good it is, but I think it's very fun. I draw into Nazgul Search, which is not helpful, and Half Orcs and Goblin Men, which is pretty helpful. Although the Foul Stench could matter in Minas Tirith, honestly. I kill it. Fine. Whatever. Sure. I probably should have killed Servant of the Shadow / Captain of Despair. 1 eye allocated. 2 more roll. I'm keeping those eyes hot. He doesn't roll a will for clearing the Palantir, even if he wanted to. So that's good. He moves before I can put a red tile in, and it's another eye for another 3. Ah, jeez. So the hunt pool was 15 tiles, and he hit the 2 worst ones, quite possibly, depending on how you went, whether you kind of count a 3 eye or the 3 red as worse. Yep. Sucks to suck. Just draw better tiles. I don't understand your problem with that, or I'm really skilled at drawing tiles. One of the two. I draw a card. I draw Morgul Wound. That could be nice. I guess I just hate all my cards for cycling purposes. I guess. Kill Captain. There, finally I kill Captain in Despair. He hides. Cool. I think about life and attack Minas Tirith. Playing Desperate Battle, I'm sure. Versus Daylight. You get 1. He gets 4. Jeez. Ow. He passes. I half move Gorgoroth to Minas Morgul, because apparently Gothmog's going to need even more reinforcements at Minas Tirith. And so now South Downs is all set up for the rage play. Every Little is a Gain. That's fun. I like that. And gets to draw into Tom Bombadil. That's so annoying. He's going to turn off the Shire. I play Rage. I get a nice big stack, and I get to draw into Dreadful Spells because of Palantir. I move to Buckland, which is not a location I get to say very often. Minas Morgul moves out to South Downs. You play it? Yeah, you play Power of Tom Bombadil, so I don't get to have the Shire. Sick. I played Dreadful Spells on Minas Tirith because I want to cycle, and I might snipe Minas Tirith. And I do. Yeah. And I draw Shelob, which is great. So that was about the best that could have gone for me. So I'm up to 5 points. I can't have the Shire. I could discard a couple cards. I have several options for discards, which would allow me to have the Shire. So the Shire plus Arid Luin or Shire plus Edoras gets me to 7. I guess Rohan. So if I take all of Rohan, yeah, I don't know where my points are coming from. He plays Athalas. Nice. 2 healing. That's what he needed. So he's on step 2 at 5 corruption, but the hunt pool is very fellowship friendly. Very. Man, that was really good for him. South Athelion to Osgiliath and Nirn to Gorgoroth. I don't know about that, man. Why aren't we going to Evendim? Take Arid Luin. I guess I'm worried about Gondor breaking out or like Path of the Woses, and I need to defend Mordor. Yeah, fine. He gets There's Another Way. And Help Unlooked For. The Help Unlooked For, not going to matter. I get Warned with Sorrow and Toil. That's not going to matter, but it's a very, I would say cyclable, but the Witch King's dead. I throw away Great Host / Stormcrow. Not sure I'm feeling that. Fellowship good. 1 eye. 2 more eyes rolled. Jeez, I just keep rolling eyes. Okay, roll for him. Still, yep. Oh, he's going to kill Palantir. Yeah, you're only going to move once this round, probably. But it does let me put Shelob in. No cycling for you. I suppose. But ma. Gondor leader in Dol Amroth and regular in Plargir. See, why are we not putting anybody in the Shire? Not getting that one. All right. I clear Tom Bombadil with what? Madness and Horror and Warren? Yep. Okay. Yeah, imagine if there was, someone in the Shire right now. He makes an elite in the Shire. I attack the Shire, no card. He no quarters. Sure. I get 2 hits to his none. Ha. Up to 6 points, and that's enough that I can pretty reliably hold the Shire. So that's good. Gothmog die lets me make an elite in Orthanc. Sure. Regular die lets me make an elite in Orthanc. He makes elite in Arid Luin. That's the last Dwarven elite. Man, the Dwarf Force Pool just disappears so fast. But if he can now do like Elven regular, Dwarven regular between these two, and that's a pretty decent army. Maybe that can retake the Shire. That'd be what, 4-2-1, 5-2-1 with Tower Hills. It'd have a shot. Could make a Dwarven regular or a Dwarven leader instead of a regular. It'd probably be worth it, honestly. I make an Warg in Orthanc. He moves. I get a 3rd eye. Wow. For another 3 corruption. And for the added salt in the wound, have a Morgul wound on top. Jeez. He still has There Is Another Way, so he can heal down to 8. This hunt pool, all he needs to do is hit these ones and zeros. Even the 2 isn't awful. If he's at 8, hits the 2 and then a 1 and then any of these, he dunks. He draws Wizard's Staff, which is always fun to see this late in the game. Yes, that's definitely what it is. Why am I drawing a 3? Yeah, okay. Wrong button. I get Lidless Eye, which is maybe useful. Maybe I want to do that. I think it's hyper unlikely, though. There's only one eye left in the pool. The caffeine of corruption. Delicious corruption. One eye allocated. Gothmog decides to go looking for cheese. your luck should run out of reveal and corrupt cards now. It really seems about time. I am still +6 on eyes. Of the 80 dice I have rolled, 1/4 of them have been eyes. And he doesn't get a move. That's a bit much. He hides. Lossernach. He plays a confusion. I get slightly confused. Sure. He makes a leader in Dol Amroth and a dwarven leader in Ered Luin. So, yep, he's prepping to retake Shire. I don't love what just happened there, but sure. If he starts racing me for points, especially with that roll, I can win that race. So I'm looking at what? Pelargir, Helm's Deep. I can get Helm's Deep this round. He has no moves. He has no army moves. He's going to have to give me his ring to defend Helm's Deep. I like it. No. What? Oh, okay. I could still do... No. Why? Why am I doing this? I could get a free Helm's Deep. No. I get a hit on Pelargir. He retreats out to West Tarandor, sure. I don't know, man. He musters Rohan, sure. I move in, I defend Minas Morgul, sure. He recruits in Bree. Really? Not Ered Luin and Grey Havens? Sure. I make an elite in Isengard. He draws Wind from the West, so he's still digging through his characters. He's looking for any of the blues or Mithril Coat. Wind from the West ain't bad, though. I make another elite. That's got to be the last elite, right? Yep. The Isengard Force Pool is effectively fully tapped, but I have a 4/6/7 ready to just absolutely demolish Rohan. So I'm looking, if I hold what I've got, I just need Rohan. And I win next round. How likely is that? Dale is tenuous. Pelargir is tenuous. Imagine if these two regulars were the other direction, though. Like, this would be... He gets Elven Rope and Path of the Woses, so Rohan maybe saves Minas Tirith. I didn't leave a bonus guy in Osgiliath to put to Druidin. I get Phlox and New Powers Rising. He throws Wizard Staff, yep. One eye allocated. How many million more do I roll? Why am I putting 2? There we go. Just one more. Gothmog is still very interested in the ring. Good roll for him. He got a move. I guess the likelihood I've drawn the 4th red tile is fairly low. Wind from the West. So he gets to see my hand. There it is, folks. What would you discard? I have Shadow Lengthens. I have Half Orcs, New Powers Rising, which won't really do anything because I've manually mustered Isengard. Probably the Deadly Strife, right? Yeah. Okay. I do half move to Druidin and to fold. Why fold? Not West Emnet? I guess I just don't want Rohan mustering very much. He makes an elite in Helm's Deep. I flip the mouth to take Edoras. So no Path of the Woses for him, and I have quelled Rohan. Surely a regular in Edoras and like a regular in Lamadon or in Ered Luin was better than the elite here, right? Make me spend the dice. He retreats to Helm's Deep and puts the Dwarven leader to Grey Havens. So I have 4 cities and a 5th kind of accessible in Ered Luin. It's probably why he didn't try and retake the Shire, right? Because if he attacks me in Shire, I just retreat to Evendim, and then I can attack whichever's weakest. That makes sense. Fordsweisen is attacked. Yep, we're gonna just go squish Rohan. Yep, 2 hits on him. I choose to leave 4 back. I've already seen 1 int. He might have 2 more. Yeah. But mostly I have a giant stack of reinforcements anyway, so I don't need more. I pass. I then make a giant stack. So we have a 3-7-8 versus a 2-3-2. Can I do it? Helm's Deep. Here we go. Strategy card versus strategy card. We come to kill. Yeah, that's a we come to kill. 1 hit, 3 hits. That's pretty good. Just 1, 2 back from him because no quarter. I take 2 regulars, post 2 more, 1 more. Is it only on 6s? It's on 2s. Yeah, he takes the right number of hits. Okay, that's good. Press. Yeah, we're gonna. Goodbye, Rohan. There's the Great Host versus the Heroic Death. 1, so it'll take the leader, and then I Great Host hit. I press. No card, no card. Do I really have no card? Yeah, don't need any. Yeah, we'll just roll 2 hits. Man. Splat goes Helm's Deep. Sometimes Helm's Deep holds like ludicrous, like that entire stack. Sometimes Rohan holds that, and even without end cards, sometimes it feels like Helm's Deep holds more often than it should. He is now forced into, he has to take a point off me. The easiest one is in Pelargir. You could try for Dale. I don't have any army moves left at all. So you could like gather in Withered Heath and attack. Not sure I hate that. This is probably better though. You risk me holding Corsairs. If I have Corsairs right now, I take Dolaroth from Umbar, and I just win. So you should just leave a regular there. But he's gonna risk it. I used Gothmog's ability to make an elite in Pelargir. That's kind of cool. I like that. Pelargir, here we go. Can he rescue the city? Save the game. 2 hits for him. That's a good start. 3 hits back for me. That's a good hit for me. He presses, of course. I say stay. Now we're pulling out cards. Why didn't I dare terrible? Wow. Okay. He sudden strikes. Yeah, why didn't you sudden strike earlier? Whatever. Oh, you wanted to hit on 5s, but he missed. 2 hits. 2 hits from him. 3 hits from him. That's pretty good. 3 back from me? Because they are terrible. Press. I retreat. I don't feel a great need to force the issue. I don't want to lose Gothmog. And he buys himself around. And the Fellowship neither... Didn't the Fellowship move? No. The Fellowship didn't move or hide. Yep, so auto-corruption there. That's pretty bleak. And then I just draw a strategy card. I get Fighting Uruk-hai, whatever. Sure. He gets Grey Company and Kindred. He already did. 1 eye allocated. It's getting a little tough. Roll 2 more. Jeez. There's all the movement you need. Just don't hit. Just hit. You play your 0. Well, you don't have time. You have time. There is another. So, Elven Rope. There's another way. Move, ring move. That's a dunking roll if I ever seen one. Yep. There's the elven rope. The army. Yeah, he's not going to be able to muster. So all I need to do is take Polar Gear. And not lose anything else. But he's not going to move anywhere else. So I just have to take Polar Gear. That's all there is. There's nothing else I have to do. Ring move. There is another way. Sure. Down to 9 corruption. Draw elven rope. That's the way to do it. Hunt pool is so 4 or 5 of these tiles are, the 2 is a little rough, but not awful. So 5 of these tiles are good for the free people out of the 10. So it's a 50-50. Eye shadow lengthens. Sure. Does someone else want to move? Sure. Whatever. Ha! Angmar goes to Mount Gundabad. That'll show you. Moves again with this hunt pool. Gets the 1. Yep. You just soak it. There, you use Golem to reveal. I move to his Gileath and retreat to Minas Tirith because it doesn't matter. He hides. I hit Polar Gear. I get my 2 hits. There's 10 points. And I have enough to take Dol Amroth, even if he musters, even if something happens. So, yeah, so even if he'd retaken a city, I had too many dice. I could take Dol Amroth even through a siege. Although theoretically there's West Rondor guys, yeah, whatever, ignoring me. All right, we're up to the game. A 1/3 chance. 1/3 to lose. Yeah, so he even survives the 3s on 9 dice. Yep, only 3 tiles win it for Shadow. Oh, come on. GG either way. He moves. It's a 2. G and G. Dunking at 11 corruption. That was way close game than I thought it was going to be. No joke. I did hit my red. I did hit every eye twice. Nearly. I mean, I hit 6 eyes. 7. I hit 7 eyes, often for 3s. What a game. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed Lego Quill. As always, it was a fun game with you back, last September or whenever this was. Thank you for letting me cast it. And I'll remind you all again, the Lords of Middle-earth, without necessarily cities in play, tournament for the World Tournament for this year is open currently for sign up as of posting this video. I believe it closes on July 10th, but do not wait till the last minute. Please sign up early. Do not miss the sign up. It's very difficult to add people after the deadline. So come join us. Even if this was your first Lords game you're watching, put in 1 or 2 games practice on the ladder just so you have the basics down. But we love new players joining in the tournament. It's fresh meat. No, I'm just kidding. We love new players. There's a lot of new players, and as you can tell by my cast, there's still, even the people who play this game a lot, there's still little onesie twosies they're missing. I'm always having to double check stuff. For some reason, Gothmog just cannot retain his rules in my brain, so I always have to check him. But come join us. Come have a great time. I'll see y'all there. Thanks. Bye.